and welcome to the Panalysts, the show where we solve problems, namely problems that are formidable, yet supple. I'm your host, and this week we are solving some problems that I found particularly vexing. Helping me out will be Team Daniel Bryan.
We're back, and so is he.
Yes! 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 Yes!
Alex, you have never been on this show before.
Oh no!
Also contributing to the problem-solving efforts will be Team Board Game Cataract.
We panicked and just started naming things we could see.
Well, that's disturbing, but I have some good news for you, everybody. God has realized the error of their ways and has asked you to help them fine-tune the creation just a bit, because he admits there are some duds.
Good, I have some complaints.
Do we get to do intelligent design?
You get to delete something to make even more wrestling references. You get to delete something that God feels that most people find distasteful. Do you get rid of ducks or mustaches?
Mustaches. It cuts 30 seconds off my weekly shave.
Does that mean that I just get the Abe Lincoln?
Yes,
Just immediate. The option is clean shaven or Abraham Lincoln.
Yes, every beard immediately transforms into an Abe Lincoln, but that is the way it has always been and the way God, in fact, designed with a few minor revisions. So nobody notices or finds this unpleasant. In fact, the full Abraham Lincoln is thought to be delightful.
So, like, if ducks go, do you get a bath mustache instead?
Wait, what psychopath makes a squishy, squeak mustache to put in a bat? Why is that where you go? Why not any other animal?
I mean...
Why does the mustache squeak? I mean, do you mind?
Give it a shot.
Huh.
If we get rid of ducks, do platypi still exist?
Yes, because they're not ducks.
No, half of them disappear.
But they just wouldn't have that context. There
Yeah.
are plenty of other billed waterfowl.
Yeah, they would
Are
be
there?
platypus build platypus.
Are we just getting rid of the ducks or all fowl?
No, just ducks.
What? So
Because
we
they've
still
got
have
those
geese.
unpleasant corkscrew penises that nobody likes.
Especially not female ducks.
I know that you're hard on to get rid of the mustaches. But Tom Selleck,
Oh.
Charlie Chaplin, for example, someone else we won't talk about. I'm just saying, I think there's a lot of cultural value through the years in mustaches.
It would also get much harder to distinguish cops.
Or villains.
Hold on, are we retroactively eradicating mustaches
Yeah, just
from
boom.
all of
Just
continuity?
Gone.
Yeah, from all
Never
the time.
happened.
I believe
These have further ramifications than I anticipated, because the same would be true for ducks. Imagine historically no ducks ever
What has a duck ever done in history?
being in a pillow.
I mean, you could get other feathers for pillows and jackets. You could just do sheep. It'd be very cozy. They don't have feathers, but you could still, fluffy things.
They're goose feather.
There you go.
I still think Paris starves to death.
I mean,
Yeah, so-
something would move into this ecological niche.
Yeah, let's
Nature
talk about-
abhors a vacuum.
The butterfly effect. The butterfly effect, the duck is gone. What happens to the world as we know it?
Okay, we lose out on foie gras, duck à l'orange. We lose out on the phrase water off a duck's back.
I think it's safer to eliminate the duck than it is the mustache.
I feel like there's enough other birds or animals to
That could fill that void.
To fill the duck void. Whereas I don't think anything else can fill the void on my upper lip.
Have you ever just gone down to the Abraham Lincoln?
Never the Lincoln. For a while, it was very ill-advised. I had just the chin, just
Yeah,
this
me too.
part
The
here.
90s were a mistake.
As Kathleen said, the upper lip everyone's mustaches immediately disappear. And then for me, very soon after that, the rest of it goes as well.
Oh, and then you look 12. That's unpleasant.
Do you suppose, for fashion's sake, people would compensate for this highly localized alopecia? Like, would we see, nose merkins?
I was just about to say nose merkin, and then I realized that no, we wouldn't. It would never occur to anyone that we were supposed to have hair there. It would be like having cheek merkins or something. But maybe you would have little sunglasses or some kind of accessory, maybe jewelry.
Accessory.
I'm concerned that two different people thought of the term nose merkin.
Yeah, didn't come to me at all there. Not even anywhere on my radar.
Great minds.
Well, something.
Could you still play duck, duck, goose?
No, you play
No, you
turtle goose. Or...
No, you play goose, goose, goose.
How do you play goose, goose, goose?
Everybody loses.
Or wins? I
wins,
prefer
it
the
doesn't
version.
matter.
I
Yeah.
prefer the version where we all win.
Wait, does this eliminate a lot of discord from human social interactions?
Oh man, children just get raised so much better.
Without duck, duck, goose being a kind of arbitrary, way of identifying outsiders.
Or the person you have a crush on. Tee. No? Just me? Awkward.
I think we lose the duck.
Yeah, download the duck.
I suppose.
You seem sad about that. We have to pick one. We have to pick one.
I was gonna say that I would miss the duck, but because it's being
You wouldn't.
eliminated from the continua, I wouldn't remember having known the duck to miss its absence.
This could have happened many times already.
Do you remember Beej?
I miss Beach.
Well, in a rare show of unanimity, our panelists have all decided that ducks suck and should be evaporated from the timeline with extreme prejudice.
I mean, I wouldn't. Yeah, okay.
So 2 points for everybody.
Hey! The power of friendship.
Consensus.
And duck hating.
Yes.
But I do have another question that will perhaps spur more debate. It is in fact extremely good news! A wizard has cursed you.
Oh,
Shit.
hooray!
But you get to choose the manner of your curse. Would you prefer to be a millipede that retains your own intelligence and mind and thoughts, giving you the tools to perhaps one day break the curse? Or would you rather be a golden retriever with the brain of a golden retriever?
I think I speak for everyone here where I say windmill slam millipede.
And that's my problem with it, actually, is that people would windmill slam the millipede. If I were a millipede, with my knowledge, all I would do is go and hide somewhere, because anyone upon seeing a millipede's, their reaction is just, ah!
No. If I was me inside a millipede, all I'd want to do is be a dog.
But that's what millipedes do anyway. Do millipedes already have human intelligence and just can't articulate it?
Don't go down that road.
I'm glad you didn't say rabbit hole, because that's also where millipedes go.
No, that's where rabbits go.
And millipedes.
Let's
Jeez,
talk about
Alex.
Let's talk about how wonderful our world would be if we were dogs, Alex.
No.
No, like you're like, hey, a ball, and then like 30 seconds later, like, hey, a ball,
This is nice. I don't need to think about how many millipedes are in the rabbit hole.
and then like 30 seconds later, you're like, hey, a ball.
But you would be a dog.
I will be a wonderful, beautiful dog, and I will have a family that loves me, and I will be happy, and I will never have to look down at my 1,000 limbs and cry with tears that I can't cry because I'm a millipede.
So, if I'm a millipede with my own understanding and knowledge, I'm curious how long I could live if I tried for some sort of, we'll call it a Charlotte's Web scenario. Now, I don't have the web, but I'm curious if there's some sort of way that I can communicate, say the varying qualities of a pig, for example. Is there some way that a millipede can communicate with a human being that won't get it killed?
As a judge's ruling, I will say you could leave out the husks of other insects that you have killed to spell out a jaunty message.
Or maybe you could crawl into a can of paint and then across a canvas.
Or ink.
That would be pointillism.
Ooh, yes.
Do we retain our original lifespan, or do we inherit the short lifespan of an insect?
Some insects can have quite long lifespans.
Like millipedes?
I don't know if anybody knows what the lifespan of a millipede is, because upon seeing it, everybody immediately squishes them.
That might be the answer, which is to say not long.
Yep.
But they have found millipede fossils. So, the genetics are very strong. That implies that they have not needed to evolve much since then.
It's a robust morphology.
The problem with that is then you have to breed with another millipede.
I'm sure you just leave eggs somewhere.
What is your game plan here? To go from human to millipede back to human. How are you completing that loop?
Priority 1 is ensure your own survival. I don't know what millipedes eat.
Other millipedes?
I think step 1 is actually find a rival wizard. One would hope that a rival wizard, upon seeing a millipede, I assume, I'm not a wizard. I don't want to speak for wizards. I don't want to, get myself in any sort of like sticky waters here. But I would assume that if you were a wizard and literally any creature came into your wizard zone, that there's got to be some sort of process where you determine, is this actually a millipede and I therefore just immediately immolate it, or is it a rival wizard, someone who's been cursed,
Potential helper.
some sort of clone, a familiar?
Right.
There's got to be, if you're a wizard, there's got to be a checklist.
Yeah, I mean, it's the difference between him going, ew, and, oh, it's John's work again.
Yeah, it's so
Amateur.
sloppy. Yeah.
Let me just turn that right around. I'll turn you into like a pterodactyl and you can go burn his castle down.
That's interesting. As the rival wizard, do you make him human and go for vengeance, or do you make it into a larger animal that can get its own vengeance, and then, you have some type of indentured
Oh, the
helper?
comeuppance would be so sweet.
This sounds too complicated. Just go with dog.
Nah.
Whoa.
What's the most destructive animal?
But you're Team Millipede now? You're forgetting the part where even if you get to be a dragon afterwards, you still have a period of time where you have to be a millipede.
Dragon.
I don't even think you need to go to dragon. I think you could just go for
Large millipede.
giant millipede. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
How big are giant millipedes?
No.
No. I'm talking like something the height of Godzilla, but 8 miles long.
Have you seen Chinese Ghost Story 2?
Is it the one with the hopping vampires?
No.
Is it the one with the giant millipede?
Yes.
I have, but I'm guessing from context.
It's very big, and it causes a lot of destruction until they make it explode.
Oh my goodness.
It'll give you ideas for what to do when you're a millipede.
I'll be a dog this whole time.
But you could never become not a dog.
I'm disappointed that I haven't been able to convince my own teammate on Team Dog.
Sorry, dude. I value my intellect very highly.
But you wouldn't even know.
Then
Ignorance is bliss.
Then how would it be any different than being dead?
Yeah, exactly.
It's
I don't
having
even
a
have to
dog
build a rapport Charlotte's Web style. I already have a rapport, right? Presumably, my partner, my family would be like, well, Cameron had that wizard curse, and now there's this millipede that's sitting at Cameron's computer desk typing in his password, trying to check his email.
Can I just say there's an aspect of Team Millipede that we haven't explored,
Oh yeah.
Go on.
which is to say the ability to explore the microverse.
I would get to find all of the pieces from my model kits that have fallen on the floor because they would be really handy, and that would be another way of communicating. Like, oh, this millipede has helpfully sorted this canopy from a Hawker Hurricane.
I think this millipede is painting some space marines.
He's written something in like Chaos Angels Red. Thin your paints.
Well, on that thrilling mental image, I'm going to give Team Millipede 3 points. That's one for each team member, Alex, Cameron, and Graham. But I'm going to give 3 points to Serge for wanting to just experience life as a golden haze of happiness and occasionally getting treats and sometimes needing to pee, but then being happy again.
I wouldn't even care. I could pee anywhere.
But your owners would yell at you. And then you would feel shame, which I believe is still an emotion you would
dog emotion.
perceive.
For
Shoot.
5 seconds, and then you'd be like, ball.
So what does that mean for our final score? Well, since our team structure completely fell apart, it means there are no winners here, but the winners are in fact you, our viewers. But don't send in for a prize, because there is no prize here except for the knowledge that we have gleaned by solving these problems. But until next time, this has been the Panelists. Thank you.